How your dog actually predicts disasters. It's not what you think. December 26, 2004. Coastal Thailand. Paradise. The water is glass. The air is still. And then, the dogs begin to scream. Hours before the first wave of the Indian Ocean Tsunami, eyewitnesses from Sri Lanka to Thailand reported the same chilling phenomenon. Elephants broke their chains and ran for the hills. Water buffalo stampeded to high ground. And domestic dogs refused to go to the beach. They began howling, breaking leashes, and physically dragging their confused owners inland. They didn't hear a wave that was hundreds of miles away. They didn't see an earthquake that had already finished. They knew. How? For decades, science has had a simple, boring answer, a rational explanation to calm us down. Science says dogs are just more sensitive. They can hear an earthquake's P wave, the high-frequency shock wave that travels faster than the destructive S wave. They can feel vibrations in their paws that we cannot. Case closed, right? No, that is the first great misconception. The P wave explanation only works for a warning of seconds, maybe a minute. It does not explain the dogs in Thailand. It doesn't explain animals acting strangely hours before the event. It doesn't explain dogs howling before a wildfire starts or sensing a storm when the sky is still clear. The simple scientific answer is wrong. It's incomplete. To find the truth, we have to go deeper. We have to accept that our canines are not just more sensitive. They are plugged into a different layer of reality. This is not magic. This is advanced biology. This is the spiritual compass. Let's look at what really happens before a disaster. The electrical sense. Before an earthquake, the immense pressure of tectonic plates grinding together creates a bizarre side effect. The rocks become a battery. They release massive amounts of positive airborne ions, a cloud of static electricity that travels at the speed of light. You, a human, with your dull senses, you feel nothing. But your dog, a canine covered in fur, is a walking electrical conductor. It suddenly feels a sense of intense, painful wrongness in the air. A feeling of pure dread. It isn't hearing a vibration, it is feeling the planet itself screaming in static. The magnetic compass. We know birds, whales, and bees navigate using the Earth's magnetic field. For decades, we dismissed this in dogs, until a groundbreaking study proved that dogs instinctively align themselves on a north-south axis when they go to the bathroom. They have a built-in magnetic compass. Now, imagine what happens before a massive earthquake or tsunami. The entire planet's magnetic field warps. It bends. For you, nothing changes. For your dog, it is cosmic vertigo. It is the feeling of the North Pole suddenly shifting to the west. It's a feeling that the laws of physics themselves have just been broken. The chemical warning. What about wildfires? Long before humans can smell smoke, the fire is already consuming green wood, releasing chemicals and fine ash particles into the upper atmosphere. We can't smell it. But a dog's nose, with its 300 million receptors, can smell a single particle of burnt from 10 miles away. They aren't just smelling smoke, they are smelling the future. They are smelling the chemical warning of the inferno that is coming. So let's go back to Thailand, 2004. What did those dogs sense? It wasn't one thing. It was a symphony of chaos that we are completely blind and deaf to. They felt the P waves in their paws. They felt the electrical charge of the Earth shifting. They sensed the planet's magnetic field tearing apart. Science calls this sensory biology. Ancient cultures called it a spiritual compass. Perhaps they are the same thing. The dog isn't psychic. It is simply connected. Connected to a web of energy, sound, and chemistry that we, as modern humans, have completely forgotten how to read. The real question isn't how do they know? The real question is, what else are they sensing that we are not?